Everyone knows me at things. But I'm John Henry, I'm president of SAS. The following is a collection of stories and monologues that we collected from your students, faculty, and staff, and alumni. They're all true stories. They've all taken place with someone either at the university, currently, and most of them pertain to stuff that's happened. It's kind of like the vagina monologues, but weird. And there's still vagina stuff in there. So it's kind of fun. So it's cool. I sort of wrote up this little thing that I was just going to read to you all, and this is sort of, last year, just to give you all background about SAS, we formed sort of as a reaction to the letter from the closet last year, and that's going to be our opening performance. And we've also included some of the discussion that arose, both positive and negative, from the letter from the closet. So I hope you all enjoy it. Sort of to keep in mind, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to a meaning, and for those who will listen, the means the agent of truth. And that's sort of what we feel like in these, because these are all true stories, and we hope you enjoy. So bear with me. Thanks.
As a closeted non-heterosexual at the University of Richmond, my experiences on this campus are drastically different than those of heterosexuals.
I think it's also important that we never come to accusatory or discuss these issues.
People stay in the closet for many reasons: family, religious, financial, profession, social, and safety. 9 in 10 LGBT teens report having been verbally harassed during the past school year, and almost half have been physically harassed because of their sexual orientation. In 2007, 16.6% of hate crimes were motivated by a sexual orientation bias, according to the FBI.
Last semester I was sexually assaulted. To come out would not make things any better. It would only further compromise my safety.
Richmond is not free from prejudice against non-straight students.
What they're doing is wrong and dangerous.
We've seen our parts.
My God, the God that sent Christ would not put people on this earth to be subject to this sort of ridicule, hate, and fear.
Whiteboards defaced and derogatory remarks, both verbal and electronic, hurled our way.
If you're homosexual, you cannot be. I was
Once, residents in my dorm said they would rather have a barn animal as a roommate than a gay one.
I have had not one problem with any of the guys in my home. I haven't heard the word fag or the phrase.
I distance myself from the hatred, confusion, and distrust by altering the ways I talk, walk, dress, and look, lest I be accused of being a fag. What if I look at males too much, or my clothes match too well?
Homosexuality harms no one. Individuals' personal relationships with their own reasons, and they don't have an effect on people outside of those relationships.
Instead, I look down and intentionally mismatch my clothing. What if I sit with a guy too often at lunch, or if I listen to the wrong genre of music? Weekend parties are no different. A straight male can easily saunter up to a girl and dance, but a gay male cannot do the same with another male. Two females are encouraged to dance together, but two male dancers cannot. One fraternity forced their pledges to serve drinks and shirts that said, "Punish me, I'm gay."
If you request, do we not read?
Those examples highlight the campus's widespread heterosexism, defined as bias in favor of opposite-sex sexuality and relationships. Heterosexism includes presumptions that heterosexual or opposite-sex attractions and relationships are the norm. Bathrooms should be segregated by sex, and rules about inviting guests to socials, among others.
This campus, I agree, is not accepting of any community.
My confidants wonder why I won't come out of the closet, but I see no reason to introduce myself as a non-heterosexual. If you don't introduce yourself as straight, why should I introduce myself as gay?
Someone just admitted to being a rape victim, but all you care about is rape.
Staying in the closet offers protection from a world where homosexuals are executed in Iran, banned from military duties, outlawed from donating blood, and barred from marriage. Coming out is a process of endless audiences. I don't need to be an icon of homosexuality, just as others don't need to be the representatives for their minority or majority classifications.
I entered this school my freshman year. I had to deal with all kinds of racial issues.
I would come out of the closet if I knew I was entering a mildly safe world. In this community, discontinuing the use of derogatory remarks such as "that's gay" is a reasonable start. "That's gay" is often said in the context of negativity, implying that homosexuality is bad or stupid. Promoting an education and openness does not rest solely on the shoulders of the LBGQ, TPOPA, TQI-TBA sexual minority community. The heterosexual majority also carries responsibility, and I find it disheartening that the Richmond community does not respond to heterosexism and phrases such as "that's gay" as it is done with other instances of bias. Eliminating those words from your vocabulary not only supports tolerance, but also exhibits intelligence. Tolerance, not necessarily acceptance, is all that I ask of people.
The thing that frustrates me the most is the utter silence.
That was our opening, and together we gather to acknowledge the power of communication. We hope to break the silence like this great individual. We wanted to capture all the voices of our community, no matter how queer, rich, white, black, Asian, ethnic, athletic, poor, Greek, etc. The following are the stories of the UR community told by other members of the UR community. Please enjoy.
Just today, I had something happen that really scared me. I've been out for about 4 years now, and never once have I felt threatened or scared or anything like that, until today. Our campus is meant to be inclusive and all that jazz, but yet today, I'm walking back from lunch across the iron fields towards the apartments and just enjoying the nice weather, when I hear what sounded like someone trying to get my attention from the car across the road. I turn around to see who it was. They're talking to me, and I hear "Dyke." The guy sticks his arm out the back window of the truck and holds up the shocker sign with his hand. I hear him and his buddy laugh as they drive off. I was stunned. I felt like I wanted to throw up, scream at them, cry my eyes out, all at the same time. I've never experienced something like that. Normally I don't let people's words or actions affect me, but this really helped me for some reason.